What is up, members of my collector corps? It is I, Super Mariozilla, or you could call me Vinny, and today we are going to take a look at the Marvel Legends Venom and Knull King in Black 2-pack. Alright, this 2-pack was revealed and released in celebration of Spider-Man's 60th anniversary this year. What made collectors excited is Venom including his 2 wings, which yes, in the newer comics, he does have wings for some shots, and Knull getting what I believe is his first ever figure, the God of Symbiotes. The same god that also killed the Sentry like it was nothing. However, the number one thing that may be a turnoff is the price. $80 is the Msrp. That's a lot for Marvel Legends. Yes, I know these guys are not small figures, but still, I think $10 less would have helped. Well, regardless of the high price, is the pack still worth grabbing? I am more than happy to tell you. Just like other 2-packs I've reviewed, I'm going to look at Venom first and then Knull, and at the end, both of them will share a size comparison. Sounds good? Good. Venom here looks great. I really only have 2 real issues with this figure. I will go over them as we go. Venom uses the mold from his movie counterpart. Not a bad mold at all and works really well for Venom. Gotta say, this is personally my favorite Venom head sculpt I've seen from Hasbro. Gotta love the defined brow details in between the eyes to make him appear angry or intimidating. The tongue also has some details instead of being a smooth basic sculpt. It has these cool slimy and veiny details. Creepy, but awesome. The muscles do feature some veiny details as well. Looks great. The logo is good. Definitely better than the Hyperion mold Venom. The legs on the spider logo admittedly can look a bit cleaner, but thankfully not distracting even when looking up close. I love the hands though. Claws any Venom figure should have. The white part of the hands is not the neatest though. Could have been better. One issue I have is that the bottom of the logo is lost in the ab crunch. No matter how he's bent, either the front or back lose the bottom of the logo. A case of the logo either being too long vertically or maybe not long enough. I'm nitpicking, I know, but it's still distracting even when he's in a vanilla stance. Also yes, the 2 giant holes on his back for the wings are not nice to look at. Something you can't really help because of the wings, so at that point, what can you do? Back on a positive note, I really love Venom's glossy-ish black. It looks nice and makes him pop on display. Really nice paint job. His texture is also excellent. This is impressive stuff we don't see too often on Legends. Another problem I have, the feet. Reused from the movie figure, and honestly, I hate it. I never liked the whole symbiotes having toes thing. I really wish it was the classic shoe design Venom always had in the comics. Ugh. Well, ignoring that, Venom looks great. Sure, he has issues, but most of them are minor and don't detract from the overall good look of the figure. Great stuff.
The articulation we got here for Venom is pretty standard, with some of the newer upgrades you would see on the newer Marvel Legends molds. But other than that, it's still pretty solid, so let's go over it. Head is on a double ball peg, so he can look this high up. He can look this far down. His chin does get in the way, obviously, and can look side to side with no problem, and does have lean. We can almost say goodbye to the days of ball-hinged necks. Shoulders are on a swivel hinge, full 360. They can go this high up, so just a little bit more than 90 degrees. The biceps can swivel. Double-hinged elbows, which is way more than 90 degrees. And swivel-hinged wrists. There is a diaphragm joint right here, which has excellent movement. And also we have an ab crunch. So we can crunch this far forward with the diaphragm joint and can crunch this far back with the diaphragm joint. So both movements is pretty good. Legs can kick forward just about this much and can kick backward not very far at all. Can he do the splits? Almost. He can almost do the splits. Thighs can swivel. Standard double-hinged elbows, more than 90 degrees. And swivel-hinged ankles. Move this far forward, and this far back. And of course, we have the ankle rocker. So Venom's articulation is It's good. It's really good. Like this is a lot more posable than the previous Venom releases from Hasbro. So if you were hoping to get, if you were hoping to get a more posable Venom, then yeah, this figure does do it justice. I know we already technically got this mold before because it's from the movie Venom, but point still stands. The articulation on here is really good for a Hasbro figure. So yeah, props to that.
Venom has accessories as well, the obvious two big accessories and alternate hands and head. First off is the default head sculpt that was on him in the package, and next up is the alternate grinning head in the package. Really good looking head sculpt again, but the teeth, I don't know, I feel the sculpt on the teeth is a little bit too soft on his head. Maybe more of a paint job could have helped to make them pop more. He has two sets of hands, one pair that are opened clawed hands that were already on him, and a pair of fist hands. But that's not what you guys and gals want to see, is it? Here we go. The wings. Good looking wings here. The red color is excellent. Goes well with the black. The wings look awesome and the sculpts on them are top notch as well. I love them. The wings do feature some articulation, a swivel in the middle part of the membrane, and a swivel hinge at the base that attaches to Venom's back. I will be real with you, popping the wings on for the first time is pretty difficult, so make sure you have a hairdryer handy to get these bad boys into figure easily. When they're on, they really make Venom pop. The whole thing put together looks amazing. That's what helps with this figure, the option to have wings or no wings. Only issue is the wings are too heavy and weigh themselves down, if not careful. So have fun, but not too much fun. Now, moving on to Knull. How does he look? Pretty good. Is he perfect? No, but he still looks great. His head sculpt is the stuff of nightmares. I don't want to be near that toothy grin. The details on his face look amazing, really nice details, from the wrinkles to the furrow-defined brow, and the teeth, and the hair is a flowy sculpt that I wish had more color to it, but that's just me nitpicking. The armor features his red logo, which is sculptured and not printed. The glossy red color on the logo is really nice looking as well, and some scratch and bump details to make the armor look worn and used. I like that. The glossy finish is a little weird here. Maybe matte could have been a better choice for the armor, and unlike Venom, Knull is pinless. No pins in the arms or legs. The wrapped bandages on the arms look solid. Glossy again is an odd look but not terrible. His symbiote skirt is definitely a highlight. I love the wavy and slimy-ish sculpt it has. It looks really good. And the upper legs feature this muscly detailed sculpt to make him look more symbiote and slimy. Very cool looking. And the lower legs, they're just armored boots, standard. Overall, Knull looks great. My only real gripe is the glossy finish on the armor, but the sculpt and coloration is solid.
Knull's articulation is not as good as Venom's, but you can still get plenty of poses out of him. The head is on a double ball peg on the neck, and the neck itself is actually also on a ball joint. So that helps with his hair. So he can look just about this far down, and he can look a little bit high up. He can't look all the way up. Can move side to side, and we also do get lean, so that's good. We have an ab crunch. Do be mindful of this part of the armor. If you want to use the ab crunch, do that. Have a folded upward first, so it can go over the belt. He can crunch forward just about this much, and he can crunch backward just about this much, so both sides are pretty good. He has a waist swivel. Swivel hinged shoulders, and biceps can swivel. The shoulder pads do go with the shoulders, so if you want to rotate them, you have no problem. Double hinged elbows. Swivel hinged wrists. Wait. Oh, sorry. This wrist here hinges like this. I was doing it the wrong way. I could have accidentally broken my Knull. That would not be good. Although this wrist swivels, well, hinges like this. Legs can, they can't kick forward all that great because of the skirt. And they also can't kick backward all that great because of the skirt. However, he can do the splits fairly well. Thighs can also swivel. Double hinged elbows. He can, yeah, just a bit more than 90 degrees. And also we have swivel hinged ankles that could go basically all the way back and pretty much, yeah, just about all the way forward. And also we get the awesome ankle rocker. So Knull's articulation is good. I mean, you're not going to see Knull doing acrobatics to fight the Avengers or something like that, but for what he has, yeah, it's pretty okay. And if you want to get creative with the posing, you could probably get him to do some kicks and all that. So yeah, decent articulation.
Knull does have accessories too. Admittedly, I am disappointed that we don't have more alternate hands. Again, I understand this might be nitpicking, but it would have helped. Regardless, the accessories Knull includes are cool stuff. First off is the head sculpts. The default head is the toothy grin, and the alternate head is a natural stern head, in case Knull has been smiling a bit too much for you. The alternate head sculpt looks great just like the default. And of course his main accessory, the sword. A very nice looking blade with a sculpt of symbiote tendrils covering it and features mixtures of red and black tendrils. The glossy finish makes the symbiote look wet and slimy, so props to that. The sword is easy to use, just put the handle in his right hand, and the hand is soft plastic, so prying them open to fit the sword should not be an issue. While Knull is not as packed with accessories as Venom, it still is a decent package. He comes with his main weapon and the facial expressions he would need anyway. Just wish we got opposites of each hand. Finally, time for size comparisons. Venom and Knull are two pretty tall figures, so they would tower over other Marvel characters like they arguably should. They scale great with Spider-Man, other symbiotes, and of course other Avengers. Venom's wingspan does command a lot of space, so if you display him with the wings attached, please make sure you have some room cleared for him. Let's be real, is this set worth the $80 MSRP? No, absolutely not. Are these still good figures? Yes, they are. Both of these figures are great. Solid. I love both of them. Of course they have flaws, but the positives outweigh the negatives here. If you are a fan of the symbiotes or anything Spider-Man, then definitely grab this 2-pack. It's great. Only if you don't mind the price. It's a bit hard to swallow. If it bothers you, then wait for a sale to grab these. Venom is great, Knull is great, the King in Black 2-pack will receive an 8 out of 10.